You're watching a horror movie. Your heart is pounding. Your hands are sweating. Every part of your body is screaming. Stop watching. But you don't stop. You lean closer. Why? Here's the question nobody asks. If fear feels so terrible, why do millions of people pay money to feel it? The answer isn't what you think. And by the end of this video, you'll never look at your own fear the same way again. Here's something that will surprise you. Fear and excitement produce almost identical reactions in your body. Same heart rate increase, same adrenaline surge, same heightened senses, same tunnel focus. The only difference is the story your brain tells about what's happening. If your brain says, "I am in danger," you feel fear. If your brain says, "I am safe but stimulated," you feel excitement. Same physical state. Two completely different experiences, just from a different interpretation. But here's where it gets truly strange. Your brain doesn't just react to fear. Over time, with repeated exposure, your brain begins to seek it out. Researchers call this fear habituation. The more you experience controlled fear, the more your brain associates that fear response with the reward that comes after it. The relief, the rush, the aliveness. And slowly, without you realizing it, your brain starts treating fear as a reward in itself. This is how the craving begins. Not from weakness, not from thrill-seeking personality, but from a completely normal brain process that almost every human being experiences. Let's go inside the brain for a moment. When you experience fear, your amygdala fires immediately. This is your brain's alarm system. You already know this. But here's what most people don't know. At the exact same moment your amygdala fires, your brain releases a chemical called dopamine. Yes, dopamine. The same chemical released when you eat your favorite food, when you win something, when you fall in love. Your brain releases dopamine during fear. Why? Because in the ancient world, surviving a threat was one of the greatest achievements possible. Your brain rewarded survival with a massive dopamine surge. You outran the predator. You escaped the danger. Dopamine floods your system. You feel incredible. And your brain remembers, fear followed by survival equals reward. Now fast forward to today. You watch a horror movie. Your amygdala fires. Dopamine is released because your brain detects a threat simulation and prepares the reward. The movie ends. You're safe. Relief hits. More dopamine. Your brain just experienced a complete reward cycle from a movie, and now it wants to do it again. Let me show you exactly where this shows up in your life, and some of these will surprise you. Example 1. The roller coaster effect. You're terrified before the ride starts. You want to get off. You question every decision that led to this moment. Then it begins. And when it ends, you immediately want to go again. Your brain just completed a perfect fear-reward cycle. Danger detected, survival confirmed, dopamine released. But here's the surprising part. Studies show that after repeated rides, the fear doesn't decrease as much as you'd expect. Your brain actually learns to anticipate the dopamine reward that comes from the fear itself, and begins triggering mild craving before you even get on. You don't just enjoy the ride. Your brain starts wanting the fear. Example 2. The argument you can't stop having. Here's one that will make you uncomfortable. Have you ever noticed that some people, maybe even you, seem to keep returning to the same stressful arguments, the same difficult relationships, the same high-pressure situations? This isn't masochism. This isn't stupidity. This is the fear-reward cycle operating in social situations. The tension of conflict triggers a stress response, which your brain has learned to associate with the resolution that follows, the making up, the clarity, the feeling of being heard. Your brain doesn't crave the argument. It craves the resolution dopamine. But it has learned that argument is the path to get there. This is why some people feel strangely alive during conflict and empty when everything is calm. Their brain has been conditioned to use conflict as the trigger for its reward cycle. Example 3. The news addiction. This one is deliberate. News organizations discovered decades ago that fear-based content keeps people watching longer than any other type of content. Breaking news, urgent alerts, Worst-case scenarios. Each headline triggers a small fear response. Your amygdala fires. Dopamine is released in anticipation. You keep scrolling, looking for resolution, for safety, for answers. But the news never gives you resolution. It gives you the next threat. And the next. And the next. Your brain's fear-reward cycle is being deliberately activated and deliberately left incomplete to keep you consuming. You're not addicted to the news. Your brain's fear response is being hijacked. Now here's the part nobody tells you. Everything I just described, the roller coaster, the arguments, the news, they all use the same mechanism. But there's a version of this that works for you. The same fear-reward cycle that traps people in anxiety loops is the exact same system used by every high performer, every athlete, every person who does something difficult and comes out stronger. Public speaking, cold water, hard conversations, starting something new, saying something true. Each of these triggers the fear response. Each of these, when survived, delivers the dopamine reward. And each time you go through it, your brain updates its model of what you're capable of. The people who seem fearless, they're not. They've just done the cycle enough times that their brain has learned fear means something worth doing is ahead. That's the real secret. Fear isn't the enemy, it's the signal. So the next time fear shows up, before a conversation, before a decision, before something new, don't ask yourself, how do I get rid of this? Ask yourself, what is my brain preparing me to survive? Because on the other side of that fear, your brain has already scheduled the reward. You just have to get there. Every person you've ever admired for their courage felt the same thing you feel right now. The same pounding heart, the same sweating hands, the same voice saying, don't do it. The difference is, they knew what it meant. Now you do too. If this changed how you think about fear, watch the next video, where I reveal another hidden system your brain runs every single day without telling you. See you there.